a dream to talk about to add to my Martin Luther King sequence. I had a dream because this one's like kind of more serious. Like this was like legitimately scary. Like the other one was legitimately scary because I do take my stuff seriously, I guess, but like this one was like legitimately scary because I think I met the devil. Like I actually did. Like no, it was like about the end of the world. I don't know why I'm getting these all of a sudden. Like I never used to get dreams. Like my dreams are always so bland that I don't remember them, and I don't even really remember this one. But like honestly, like I've been getting some, like I think someone's doing juju on me because why am I receiving messages? And I don't even know. So this was about the end of the world, and and it was like literally like hell. And it's like, you know how you see pictures, and you know, especially with all this stuff that's coming out about you know, entertainment industries via the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, you know, like pictures that have like the red, and I used to participate, like this used to be, I used to love this for some reason, but like, you know, pictures that are like red, they use like a red lighting, and like all your whole face is like covered in like a red light, so it makes it look like everything is red. Like that's demonic. And you know, the whole dream was like that. Everything was just like red. And for some reason in this dream I was like a cat woman. And my superpower was that I could climb, I guess. Like, and I wore like these like 6-inch stilettos, so I don't really know how I was getting around, but I was climbing everywhere. Like I could like get away from the bad guys, I guess, by climbing. And there was like a handler, I think. So there was a handler. And I don't remember if this was about me or I was witnessing someone else, because here's the thing. Because I could climb so high, I could see everything. And like, it was so serious. Like, oh my goodness. So I could see everything because I could climb so high. And I think like, I forget if like I was the victim. I think someone else was the victim, and I was scared for them. And also, like, I knew that they were going to come after me too. I just wasn't like their main objective, you know? And there is like, so yeah, the handler was for some other dude, and I don't know who the dude was. I don't remember. And the handler was like really spooky. It was like really demonic. And, like, so the handler is, like, coming for this guy. I forget how. And, like, and then, like, at some point during the dream, like, there's this devil, and it was, like, this, and it was, like, you know, like, in, like, the 1950s cartoons and stuff like that, that's, like, it's, like, the classic, you know, red man with, like, the horns. It looked like a 1950s cartoon, like the 1950s cartoons, like representation of the devil, or like the devil on the tarot card. Like that's what that looked like. So I don't know, like, if this is like, so anyways, so I'm always like laminating my brows. In these. Instead of doing my makeup, I like laminate my brows with my finger. But yeah, so at some point it gets to the devil, and it's like, oh, the handler isn't the ringleader. The devil is. And the devil and like at some point the handler starts like feeling bad and like not wanting to do it. And at some point I got like a message in the dream so I got like because I was so high up, I could see like the world, you know, like the sphere of the world. And I could see like, and the world was like red, and I forget, and 3 things were going to line up. And when those 3 things lined up, the world was going to pop like a balloon. And anyone who was on the world when it popped was going to hell. And anyone who had died before the world popped was not going to hell. So I think like this handler dude kind of caught wind what his destiny was, and he's like, you know, feeling bad, whatever. And I guess he's kind of like slacking because he's feeling bad. And then all of a sudden it cuts to the devil, which is, as I said, like the classic red figure with the horns, like on the tarot card or on those 1950s cartoons, you know, which is kind of weird also, because I had like an interview or whatever at this bar, and it was like a steakhouse. And I think that steakhouses, I could get into my theory about steakhouses, about how like because basically every steakhouse looks like the interior of a lodge, and it was red and it was dark. It was very much like the dream, actually. This, like, I was only there for like a second a couple of weeks ago, and there was like this devil mascot on it, or whatever, which I didn't really realize until after. And it looked exactly, the devil in the dream looked exactly like the mascot. But yeah, like, so it cuts to the devil, and the devil starts strangling this guy. He, like, because he's slacking off. So then the guy kind of gets, like, back into it, and not just like, oh, I have to do this now or something bad's gonna happen to me. Like, he actually, like, gets into it and starts, like, terrorizing the other guy again. And the dream cut off where, I don't know what the fate of the other guy was, but the dream cut off where, like, I climbed in my 6-inch stilettos. I climbed, like, really, really high up a building, and I'm laying there and I'm scared because, like, the devil thing is looking for me. Or, not that he's looking for me, but I know that if he finds me, something bad is going to happen. So I'm, like, all scared. I'm, like, laying on this dirt. I'm, like, literally, like, laying on this dirt patch on the top of a building, in my stilettos. And that's where the dream just, like, all of a sudden cut off. And I'm laying at the dirt patch on top of the building in my stilettos, and I'm looking down and I see everything. Like, I just see the tops of all of the buildings and the sky and everything. And that's where the dream cuts off. And it wasn't explicitly stated in the dream, but the message of the dream was that everything is temporary. Like, you could be the most important person in the world on this planet, but it doesn't even mean anything at the end of the day, because once the planet is gone, once everything pops, you know, it doesn't mean anything what you were. All titles will be gone. It kind of had like the Ozymandias vibe, where it's like, you know, all your titles will be gone, everything will be gone. You know, like, nothing, no status is important, because once the world pops and your soul is, like, not in a good place, like, nothing matters. And the only thing that matters is being in a positive place. You know, being in heaven, like, once you're gone. It was very, like, that's, like, what the message was that, like, you could be the most important person and have all this status and all these titles on Earth, but it doesn't even matter because the Earth is gonna pop. That was the message. That was my dream. I don't know who's doing juju on me. I'm getting, like, prophetic dreams now, but, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like stuff like that keeps me in line a little bit. So I don't know if I'm complaining, but it was freaky. But yeah, because I literally, like, saw the devil in my dream last night. Like, I swear. But yeah, that was my dream. That was my dream. And there was, like, another time that I had a dream, like, a couple years ago. And, like, there's, like, this character in the dream. And I think it was, like, I think, like, characters in your dreams are, like, dark entities, like demons, because it got close to me, and I could literally feel it, like, sucking on it felt like a black hole on my face, like, literally sucking on my face. It was really creepy. It was, like, this cold air, like, sucking on my face or whatever, on my cheek. Like, I could feel it, like, physically, you know what I mean? Not just, like, in the dream. And then I was, like, paralyzed, and I had to, like, pray and stuff, whatever. So that's what I did. So yeah, that was my dream. I don't know who's doing juju and who's sending me these. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You know, I don't even know, even though, like, the dream has, like, a message to it that's true, I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah, it's really freaky. And that was, like, my more serious nightmare from last night, as opposed to 2 nights ago, where it was like, oh no, you have bad Poshmark reviews. Now, this was a seriously creepy nightmare. Like, that was, like, an actual nightmare.